Let's get the big bugbear in the room, out in the open first. Luke, what you do is not research. What you do when you create your little ugly little memes is that you go to Christian apologetic sites and you copy and paste from them. And the thing is about these sites aren't written by historians. They're not written by archaeologists. They're not written by scientists. They're written by people that are just as ignorant of the facts as you, who are desperate to hold on to the religion. So they make up a narrative about facts and about reality in order to try to fit their presupposition that God exists or the Bible is true into their worldview. And it fails. It utterly fails. And that's why when we see your post, we just laugh. Because that's all you have. You're not doing actual academic research. If you were actually doing that, you would have libraries full of books on evolution, on geology, on mythology and so forth to draw from and draw comparisons to with your belief system. But you don't do that. So you're not actually researching. And going back to these Roman historians you keep bringing up, and for some reason you can't grasp the concept here of why we don't accept these historians as evidence of Jesus. It's because they mention Christians and Christians solely. They do not talk at all about the Christos figure. They only talk about him in regards to what the people believed at the time. And that's simply not good enough as evidence. I mean, like I said before, this would be no different, for me being sent to, the Amazon to do research, on one of these tribes down there and their religious beliefs, and then writing an account of what their beliefs are. That account would not be evidence that their jaguar god is real. It's just evidence that that's what they believe. And these historians that you keep bringing up, like Tacitus and Pliny and so forth, that is all they are doing. They are giving us an account of what early Christian sects and cults thought at the time. They're not giving us, though, evidence that Jesus, their loci, their main focus of religion existed. Only that they believed he did. And belief is not evidence. Belief is not strong enough to even, do anything for me. A lot of people have beliefs. My 10-year-old daughter believes in the Easter Bunny. That doesn't make him real. And, going one further on this, the really interesting thing, that keeps propping up is that you actually believe that what you do is research. Like, I remember a while back, you had this little ugly meme about how, the fact that we find predators and prey together in a fossil record is evidence of the flood because you won't be able to find predators and prey together otherwise. And I actually saw, I think, on Answers in Genesis, them making the same argument. And I'm thinking to myself, had these people never been to Africa? Had they never watched a documentary on Africa? Because everyone you've ever seen shows lions and zebras and wildebeest all together at a watering hole. Because in a time of drought, the animals had no choice. They either die or they get along and survive. And and eventually, once the drought continues and persists and there's no rain, they die together. This is basic natural, common sense. I mean, Ecology 101 right here, Luke. Yet you believe that this is evidence that of the flood, even so it's the furthest thing from it. Only thing this is in evidence of is that you don't understand the basics of the natural world, and that you live in a closeted, space where I guess you don't even watch the Discovery Channel because you would see these animals together. It's ridiculous, really ridiculous.